How one man went from bank robber to folk hero. Ever heard of the story of how one man went from a bank robber to a folk hero? That one's the surprising story of 1930s gangster John Dillinger, and today we'll be showing you how he did it. Stay until the end of our video to learn secret facts about John Dillinger that no one knows about. Also, subscribe to our channel and turn notifications on for more great content like today. Without further ado, let's begin. John Herbert Dillinger was notorious for being a gangster active during the Great Depression, operating with a group of men known as the Dillinger Gang or the Terror Gang. He was originally accused of robbing around 24 banks, 4 police stations, and the murder of an Indiana police officer who shot Dillinger in his bullet-resistant vest during a shootout, prompting him to return 5 shots. Though he was caught twice, he managed to escape jail both times. Dillinger was also notoriously compared with a Robin Hood figure by the public, as the media used to exaggerate his feats of bravado and his colorful personality. He was such a threat for police that the Federal Bureau of Investigation had to evolve into using more advanced investigative techniques against him and his gang. After he evaded police in 4 states for roughly a year, Dillinger was then wounded and then returned to his father's home to recover. The FBI also claims that the Dillinger Gang killed 10 people as they pulled a string of bank robberies across the Midwest in the 1930s. However, Dillinger wasn't ever convicted of murder. The reason why he was often compared with Robin Hood was because his gang precisely rose during the Great Depression, just in a moment of unemployment and economic uncertainty that left most people hopeless. Banks were failing, others were limiting withdrawals, and most Americans lost their homes, their farms, or even both of them. Whoever opposed the bankers during the time was considered to be a hero to the people. He was also known to be very polite even while stealing, adding another layer of dramatic flair to his personality. Dillinger went as far as to undergo plastic surgery to alter his face, and even supposedly tried to remove his fingerprints with acid. Dillinger managed to evade the police in 4 states for almost a year, though he was wounded during a shootout, and returned to his father's home to recover from his wounds. After doing so, Dillinger went back to Chicago in July 1934 and sought refuge in prostitute Anna Compagna's brothel. Compagnas wanted to turn in Dillinger after finding his real identity because she was facing deportation and wanted to become a hero to obtain permanent U.S. residence. Considering there was a large reward offered for his capture, Compagnas had Dillinger fingered to FBI agent Melvin Purvis, resulting in a shooting outside of the Biograph Theater in Chicago. Federal agents were led by Purvis and Samuel P. Cowley to arrest Dillinger just while he exited the theater. It was said that Compagnas would wear red as a distinctive mark, so she was remembered as a cultural icon afterward, the woman in red. She accompanied Dillinger while he entered the Biograph Theater, which was showing the crime drama Manhattan Melodrama. Once the film ended, Melvin Purvis stood by the front door and signaled his exit by lighting a cigar. Dillinger turned his head and had looked directly at the agent while he was walking. He ran into a nearby alley and was told to surrender. Dillinger drew a Colt Model 1908 vest pocket and attempted to flee his arrest, but he was killed in the process, and it was labeled a justifiable homicide. Dillinger was struck 4 times by the 3 men that pursued him: Clarence Hurt, Charles Winstead, and Herman Hollis. He fell face first to the ground. 2 of the bullets grazed him and 1 caused a superficial wound to the right side of his body. The fatal one entered through the back of his neck, severed the spinal cord, passed into his brain, and exited just under the right eye, severing 2 sets of veins and arteries. An ambulance was summoned, though it was obvious that Dillinger had died from the gunshot wounds without saying a word. Supposedly, some people who recognized Dillinger dipped their handkerchiefs and skirts into the pool of blood that formed underneath Dillinger's body as some sort of keepsake. Gruesome ones, yes, but keepsakes all the same. Though his life was shrouded in mysteries, exaggerations, and police reports, there's no doubt that Dillinger was one of the most notorious men of the Great Recession, a beacon of hope for many families during the time. So, are you impressed by the life and actions of John Dillinger? We certainly are. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Also, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more great content like today. We hope you enjoyed our video, and we'll see you next time.